South of Beijing is Jindajian, the home of Chinese porcelain, and the center of ceramic production for over 1,000 years. Many of the inhabitants work in the industry, in a city where even the street lights are made from ceramic.
Jindajian was the imperial kiln town for some 500 years and was drastically impacted in the early 1990s when the state-owned porcelain workshops shut down, and suddenly you had thousands of craftsmen who had to fend for themselves with nothing to their names. The only reason great craftsmanship has been preserved as well as it has is that there is a thriving market for fake reproductions of famous vessels from, say, the Ming and Qing. That actually this tendency in contemporary China to counterfeit things and pass them off as real has functioned to preserve an otherwise doomed set of workman skills.
Ai Weiwei is visiting his old friend Mr. Lu, who owns this ceramic workshop. Many of Ai Weiwei's porcelain artworks are made here from the finest Jindajian clay.
像这个里面就是这样的，是吧？对。新玩意儿确实不是这个颜色，是发灰。
深绿。
发灰。灰绿色。
灰绿。
但这个倒不重要，一个颜色比较好一些。
应该是就说咱们的小的。
我觉得这画的特别好。
发紫了。就是这个我就得欧贝泥。现在这个泥呢。
手那能扎下来，重的手。They use this stone to make the body of porcelain, also the glaze. So when it makes porcelain, it comes out a very special color and a special density there. This is the best quality. If you're talking about the Chinese porcelain, this is the highest quality you can get. After you get the rocks, you deliver to here to put in this water mill and to really crush the stone. It takes so long to really make it to be very fine powder.
For the past 2 years, Ai Weiwei has been overseeing the production of porcelain sunflower seeds. These will go towards making the final installation at Tate Modern's Turbine Hall. He's employed over 1,600 local artisans.
换换它就稠了，是吧？
在书上画的。
书上的。很平。
对。
对吧？花了这么大力气，不知道干嘛使。
对，我们没有兴趣看。
to be able to bring together this community, getting a whole village, and to get this kind of spirit, I think is quite extraordinary. And you look at it, and if you put it next to a sunflower seed, it's almost impossible visually to tell it apart.
During the Cultural Revolution, and when Weiwei and his father had to go in exile, there was almost nothing to eat. Many more millions Chinese, they lived off these sunflower seeds. Now Ai Weiwei decided to create almost a monument for this part of Chinese history, which has to do with the multitude, which has to do with poverty, but which has to do also with transformation, because we can overcome.
Yeah, first you make molds, hundreds of molds, because you need a variety of them. Then you compress this kind of mud, almost like liquid chocolate, into it to let it dry. And then you take it out, use this hand to fix each individual. Then you put in the oven, 1,300 degrees. Then you start to paint on both sides, 4 or 5 strokes, and put in the oven again. Yes, the sunflower seeds are made by God, but this is made really by hands of the people, one by one.
2.5 years in the making, having travelled over 5,000 miles from Jindajian to London, the seeds are finally installed at Tate Modern's Turbine Hall.
It's amazing. They're beautiful things. First of all, in terms of the porcelain, is this where the Ming vase tradition comes from as well?
Yes, yes.
And is the process
exactly
the same process?
Same, exactly same.
And why did you choose these sunflower seeds?
When we grew up in a socialist society, probably the only pleasure we could get is to have a pocket full
of these?
Yes, we always, like, if we talk, I always give you some. We start to eat the sunflower seeds. Actually, many Chinese, their front tooth would leave a mark because eating that. You have like little cracks there because you I don't have it, but a lot of people have it.
Why 100 million? Is there a reason for 100 million?
Relate to the history and to many different issues. You know, mass production.
Yes, I was just thinking about this.
Because
China's full of mass production. Yeah. China's history, even recent history, of course, is all about reproduction and mass production, and yet. Of course, the irony here is that each of these is individual.
Yes, it's not really machine-made.
Yes.
Think this is number, but only 1/16 of China's population. It's kind of hard to walk. It's like really like a sand.
Yes. Well, that again, this is very much a physical experience.
Yeah. You always have to come out with your own individual interpretation.
They're all handmade, aren't they? Each one or something?
No, they're not. By loads of Chinese people. That's incredible.
Well, that makes it that much more special, I guess.
Do you think I can take one home?
The kids have just loved it here. They've sort of been playing around building almost like sandcastles.
I tried digging to the bottom of it and I couldn't.
It's almost like being at the seaside. Everybody's sitting around, burying themselves in these seeds.
Usually I'd be with my sisters and they'd probably end up burying me.
Something totally relaxing after something which is hard, yet soft when you get to grips with it. It makes you think. Absolutely makes you think.
It's quite nostalgic, I guess. Everybody of all ages are like, want to straight away pick it up. And you remember all those happy memories out playing with your friends, with your parents, or... Yes, yeah, it sends you back to younger times where everything was simple, you know? You can just sit there for hours on end and not worry about time or...
Ai Weiwei's sunflower seeds can be seen at Tate Modern until May 2011. For health and safety reasons, however, full access will be restricted.